our season. So we could, there aren't many places that you can play, and for us to be able to play here in the Suncoast was very important. And then, the community of Lakewood Ranch and our partnership with Lakweood National Golf Club. We came down and visited and looked at a few facilities, and we just could tell right off the bat that we had a great golf course for our players, and we had a good partnership on the tournament side.
So, yeah, what was the timeline then in terms of like?
Well, we've been in and out of this market. We've been looking at this market for the last couple of years. We did visits here. It was a little over a year ago. We came down shortly after all the hurricanes had moved through, and we looked through a bunch of different golf courses, and that's where we started our discussion. So it's been years in the making, but we got real serious about Lakweood National a little over a year ago.
And for those who don't know, kind of talk about the web.com tour a little bit. I mean, I know it's kind of not in this area. It's kind of a new thing.
No, it's, the way I characterize it, it's a place where we identify and prepare the next wave of PGA Tour stars. So players that you're seeing week in and week out on the PGA Tour, more than 3/4 of those players came through the web.com tour. And it's the big names the Brain Snedekers, the Justin Thomases, all those guys came through this tour. But even the new generation, just this past week at the Memorial, Bryson DeChambeau got his PGA Tour card through here. So that's what fans are going to get to see. They're going to get to see this next wave of PGA Tour stars.
I think Bryson also played in the
this event and what it's going to bring to the Suncoast. I mean, how to come here and what's going to happen with it.
Sure. So it's it really starts at the tour level. They identified Sarasota, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch as one of their top target markets. So it's been an ongoing process. It takes some time to really get finalized, and out of all the markets in the United States, this was their top market for a tournament to come. So that just really shows how much the area is growing, and hopefully a tournament will help bring some more people to the area, either tourists, residents, and really just showcase the area as a sports paradise.
And how about the web.com tour? Kind of talk about that a little bit.
Sure. So it's really part of the PGA Tour. Any given week, if you watch a regular PGA Tour event, 75% of those players were web.com Tour graduates. So you figure 144 players in a tournament, over 100 of those players played on the web.com tour. So it is a feeder program right into the PGA Tour. They're still professionals. There's just not enough room for them at that point to fit into these PGA Tour tournaments. They need to qualify and win a few tournaments and do well, and then they'll be PGA Tour regulars.
And how about some preparations you have a few months now before this tournament to talk about what's going to go in, some work that's going to go into it before it takes place?
Sure. So my big responsibility is I need to find community support. I need to find sponsorships. That's really going to be the driving factor to make this tournament successful. A title sponsor, just community involvement. The more we can get involved in the community, the more they can support us, the more we can support them. It's really that's really what it's all about. Just driving home that fact that we need to be involved in the community. We need to have mutual kind of understanding that we're going to both support each other.